Okay, we are here on the banks of Lake Champlain, which is the final half of Stage G at this year's Endless Mountains Adventure Race. Stage G is really going to feel like the final hurdle for a lot of our teams. There's still technically one more stage that includes some biking and trekking, but that's going to feel relatively easy compared to everything that's come before. Stage G is a bit of a different story. When you add it together, it's a 50-mile paddle. Late in the race, teams are exhausted. That is going to be a significant challenge for them to manage that fatigue level as they paddle for that duration of distance and time. The nice thing is the stage is broken into two halves. The first half is a pack raft. It's the final pack raft of the race. Teams will launch from TA6 in Enosburg Falls down the Missisquoi River, a relatively beautiful, scenic riverway right along the Canadian-US border. It feels relatively remote. There's not a lot of activity up along the Missisquoi, but there are roads and towns along its banks, so they're never going to be far from civilization. That said, it might be one final chance to see a moose. There are elusive but playful and beautiful river otters that are not uncommon to see on the river. And there's a couple of significant portages around some big dams as well to break up that stretch. Once they get to checkpoint 63, they actually are simply swapping watercraft. There's no resupply. They're simply going to pack up their pack rafts, turn it into race staff, and take the tandem kayaks and 3-person canoes that we will have available to them for the final half of the stage. They'll continue down the Missisquoi, one final portage, out through the scenic marshlands of the Missisquoi National Wildlife Refuge, and they'll pop out literally right at the border of Canada and the United States on the northern stretches of Lake Champlain. At which point, hopefully, they turn south. They'll paddle through the North Hero Islands and end at Alberg Dunes State Park. This is a relatively sheltered portion of Lake Champlain. It's not actually what you're looking at behind me. This is a bit more open, but it should be a stretch of the lake that will hopefully allow for calm enough conditions for the teams to take on this spectacular final paddle. They do have one significant open water crossing where they will cross from the mainland, paddling westward to checkpoint 65. But otherwise, they can hug the coast and just enjoy the paddle. Behind me, you can see the Adirondacks. On the other side of the islands are the profiles of the Green Mountains. So it should be a really wonderful way to end this last significant stage of the 2025 Endless Mountains Adventure Race.